10 remedies to kick the common cold. Winter showed up before the expected time and confused in Minnesota this year, and keeping in mind that the snow has peculiarly dissolved now, the virus season is still well on its cheerful way. It resembles the moment those initial not many snowflakes contacted the ground. Throats began getting sore, noses got stuffed up, and all of unexpected there was a mass deficiency of tissue in the state, not actually, however it conveys the idea. The basic virus is an infection, or rather, heaps of infections, more than 200, to be more explicit. As an infection it isn't reparable, and since there are such countless strains there's not an approach to make an immunization like there is with influenza. At the point when you get a bug, the infection connects itself to the mucus films of the nose and throat and basically commandeers the phones that live there, compelling them to repeat more infection cells. It's all very vile, truly. At the point when your body attempts to ward off the infection, the indications spring up, such as hacking, sniffling, a sensitive throat, general clog and gentle weakness. Cures are pointed toward facilitating these side effects to help keep you agreeable while your sturdy insusceptible framework fights the infection away. A considerable lot of the home solutions for colds recorded beneath can be changed to accommodate your inclinations, for example an alternate fundamental oil, pretty much heat in the decongestant, and so forth and so on. There might be some cover with solutions for an irritated throat or a hack, however I attempt and offer some assortment here. In the end you'll have your own go-to cures and plans. 1. Hot ginger tea. This is perhaps the best tea to taste when you're groping, stuffed and yucky. The ginger is heavenly, warming, and slightly zesty. Sweet-smelling constituents like capsaicin, found in chilies, or piperine, found in dark pepper, are essential for a group of mixtures that give various recuperating benefits. In ginger the compound of that family is called gingerol, unique, right? And it calms blockage 2 or 3 different ways. To begin with, it reduces irritation of mucus films that line the nasal entries in the sinus cavity, and this aggravation contributes significantly to the development of pressing factor and blockage. At the point when the expanding goes down, mucus can stream out as opposed to getting all stuck up. Albeit marginally less logical, there's likewise the way that its hotness has a sufficient kick that it can just impeccably slacken up developed mucus. The actual tea is brilliant for you since you're getting additional liquids, which your body needs frantically when warding off a disease, and taking in the steam fumes can likewise help slacken up any clog you might be anticipating. The beneath formula is for a mixture, as opposed to a decoction, which is the point at which you effectively steep the spice in stewing water, yet you can do either or. You will require 6 to 8 tablespoons of newly ground ginger root, a touch of cinnamon, discretionary, a spurt of lemon juice, discretionary, a scramble of nectar, discretionary, 4 cups of newly bubbled water, a glass container, at any rate 1 quart. Headings. Spot the ginger in a 1-quart glass and sprinkle in some cinnamon in the event that you are utilizing it. Carry the water to a moving bubble, and afterward cautiously empty it into the container to cover the ginger. Steep for 30 to 40 minutes, and make certain to cover your container. This is significant on the grounds that it keeps all that vanishing fundamental oil goodness right where it should be in your cup. Strain, utilize hot gloves or a towel as the container may in any case be very warm, and afterward present yourself with a channeling new mug. You may find that you need to warm the tea somewhat. Add nectar and lemon on the off chance that you are utilizing them, taste and relish, and make certain to take in the steam. Store the remainder of the tea in the cooler for as long as 24 hours, warming and drinking multiple times for the duration of the day. 2. Fundamental steam. One wonderful practically moment fix for a stodgy nose is to steam it out. This is a most loved cure of mine and worth rehashing in various cure records. You can gather the advantages of steam by breathing it in from a cup of hot tea, cleaning up, or filling a bowl with high-temp water and adding a fundamental oil. The best fundamental oils to use for this are the solid ones like tea tree, peppermint, or eucalyptus, tea tree and eucalyptus being the awesome my assessment. The counterbacterial, against viral properties of tea tree oil can be conveyed by means of the steam, which will assist battle with offing bug that you're fighting. Both tea tree and eucalyptus are, obviously, rather solid smelling, which additionally ousts clog. You will require 5 to 10 drops of eucalyptus, tea tree oil, or a blend. A heat-proof bowl. Boiling water. A towel. Headings. Put the fundamental oils in the lower part of the bowl and afterward pour in a few cups of bubbling water. Start by putting your face over the bowl at an agreeable distance. Steam can do some harm on the off chance that you're not cautious. In the long run, have your face straightforwardly about the bowl as close as serenely conceivable. Wrap the towel over your head to trap all that recuperating steam, and take full breaths. Re-emerge depending on the situation in the event that you become excessively warm. Have a few tissues helpful to clean out your nose after. Rehash 2 to 3 times every day, changing the measure of fundamental oil to your inclinations. A few group find that an excessive amount of will make their eyes water, so start with less. 3. Go with a classic cure. I love bygone-era home cures, the ones that we don't have to address on a synthetic level, dissecting why they work or why they don't work. They basically are, similarly as they have been for ages, and similarly as they will be for quite a long time to come. One of these exemplary home solutions for colds comprises of 3 natural fixings: garlic, lemon, and nectar. You can consolidate them in more elaborate manners on the off chance that you wish. However, this formula is probably more or less basic. It's especially valuable for a cool that is joined by an irritated throat and a dry hack. You will require 1 medium clove of garlic, 1 lemon, 1 teaspoon of nectar, warm water. Headings. Smash up the garlic clove and spot it in a glass alongside the juice from the lemon. Finish it off with the nectar. You can add more to taste in the event that you like. And finish it off with warm water. Give it a mix, and afterward drink totally. Rehash 2 to 3 times each day for the term of your manifestations. 4. Make a honey onion syrup. This formula is incredible for colds that accompany an awful hack. The nectar is superb for mending a sensitive throat, while the onion works its marvels through antibacterial and against inflammatory activities. It can likewise help relax up mucus somewhere down in the chest. 5. Mullein. This may be a home cure that you're enticed to disregard since you don't perceive the name of the spice. It's an over-the-top trouble to attempt to sort out what the hell mullein is, and you'd much rather go for the apple juice vinegar or something you can pull off the zest rack, correct? While that is decent, the magnificence of the web is that you can get these spices and different fixings without chasing down a dark characteristic well-being store someplace across the state line. Mullein is a biennial, develops each and every other year, plant that can be found close by streets in calm environments, or zones 5 to 9 in the United States. It is tall, with little yellow blossoms and leaves that begin delicate and wool. It is an excellent expectorant, which implies it disperses and slackens up mucus so you can hack it out. This is useful in the event that you have a great deal of blockage, especially in the chest. It functions admirably when joined with different expectorants, like thyme, which is added here too. You will require 1 to 2 tablespoons of dried mullein or 4 to 6 tablespoons new, blossoms or blossoms, leaves. 2½ teaspoons of dried thyme or 5 teaspoons new. 1 to 1½ cups of new water. Honey, lemon to taste. Bearings. Spot your spices in a huge mug and carry water to a moving bubble. Pour over the spices and cover, soaking for 15 to 20 minutes. Strain, mix in nectar or lemon in case you're utilizing it, and appreciate each mending taste. Drink 2 to 3 times day by day to help clear up clog. 6. Simplify a syrup. No, not the sort that is simply sugar and water, but rather genuinely restorative mending syrup that is great and delicious and quite fulfilling to make. Syrups are incredible for youngsters as they are substantially more slanted to take them as opposed to attempting to get them to drink a severe tea. Syrups are, really, simply a reduced extra solid restorative tea with some nectar. They are one of my untouched most loved things to make and are not difficult to take, in any event, when your throat is hurting and you have no craving. This specific syrup incorporates marshmallow root, licorice root, cinnamon, and ginger. Alright, so this syrup isn't the best of models, however it is powerful. Marshmallow root and licorice pulp are notorious for alleviating racking hacks and sore throats, as they are wealthy in adhesive which gives a calming covering to the mucus films. Cinnamon and ginger assistance with blockage, flavor, and relief from discomfort. You will require 1 tablespoon licorice root, 1 tablespoon marshmallow root, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon or 6 cinnamon sticks, 1 tablespoon hacked ginger, 4 cups of water, 1 cup of natural crude nectar. Strainer. Glass container with a firmly fixing cover. Headings. Combine as one the spices, cinnamon, and ginger and afterward add it to a pot alongside 4 cups of cold water. Over low warmth stew the blend until it has been decreased considerably. Strain the spices and afterward empty the fluid back into the pot. Absurd degree of warmth mix in the nectar and let it sit, gurgling delicately, for 10 minutes. Eliminate from the warmth and container, being certain to name the date you made the bunch on. Take a limit of 1 to 2 tablespoons multiple times every day for help from hacking, sore throat, and blockage. In the cooler this will keep going for 3 a month. 7. Make your own healing inhaler. Do-it-yourself inhalers may sound somewhat questionable, yet I love them. They've saved my tush time and again when I got impeded with a terrible cold, and they are an awesome method to use fundamental oils. They additionally permit you to bring the advantages of your fundamental oils essentially wherever you go. This cold and influenza inhaler is amazing when voyaging or for use at home. Figure out how to make your own inhaler. 8. Chest salve. There's a decent formula for making your own medicated ointment here, however this straightforward mix can be prepared in a rush in case you're running low on schedule, fixings, or simply feel too messy to even think about doing whatever else. While I lean toward the previous formula, this functions admirably in the event that you simply need a little something to use related to a boiling water bottle, see beneath. The menthol in the fundamental oil is the thing that makes the cooling vibe that causes you to feel like you can inhale simpler, in any event, when you're totally stuffed up. You will require 1/2 cup of coconut oil, 15 drops of peppermint fundamental oil, a hermetically sealed holder. Headings. Over a 2-fold heater, soften down the coconut oil. Eliminate from the warmth and empty it into a warmth-safe water, airproof holder. Add the fundamental oils, mix, and close while it cools. When it has totally cooled, just rub a little on your chest or right in front of you. Be mindful so as not to contact your eyes. I have focused on peppermint fundamental oil my eye previously and it isn't charming. This will keep it in a cool dull spot out of direct daylight as long as 3 years. 9. Slacken up with heat. An ordinary boiling water jug can help slacken mucus and truly profound blockage in the chest. The delicate consistent warmth will relax up your muscles, and mollify the mucus to help it come up. It's an exceptionally straightforward, non-intrusive home cure that is extremely mitigating. On the off chance that you like, rub a tad bit of the above ointment on your chest to build adequacy. You will require a boiling water bottle, a piece of delicate wool or comparative texture. Headings. I'm specific about how I fill my heated water bottles. You don't need to be as fastidious, however I'll share my #1 technique at any rate. Start with heated water, it doesn't need to be steaming hot whatever your solace level is truly, and fill the container midway. Burp it to get the air out, and afterward keep filling nearly to the top, leaving 1 to 2 crawls of room at the top. It shouldn't be a hot hard bump, it ought to be somewhat soft. This way it rests effectively across whatever surface you're laying it on, and I think that it's more agreeable. Enclose it by a slender piece of wool or something comparable. I regularly discover towels excessively thick, and lay it on your back between your shoulder bones. You can likewise lay it on your chest in the event that you like. Have a go at keeping your head somewhat set up on the off chance that you have a truly stuffed up nose. Who realized heated water containers could be so included? 10. Sinus clearing bath salt. No, I am not alluding to an illegal medication. Making up a mix of scented shower salt is an awesome method to facilitate a drained, debilitated body and clear up clog. It's the ideal thing you need when you're attempting to get over a terrible cold, particularly in the event that you end up being blasted during the freezing cold weather months. The fragrant healing joined with the loosening up warmth of the shower just can't be bested. This formula requires a basic mix of exemplary cold relieving fundamental oils. However, you can blend and coordinate and accompany your very own number 1 mix. You will require 1 cup of Epsom salt, 3 drops of eucalyptus fundamental oil, 3 drops of peppermint fundamental oil, 3 drops of lavender fundamental oil, a little dish for mixing, a glass water, air-proof holder, or a PET plastic one. Headings. Empty the salt into your holder and, in an alternate dish, mix the fundamental oils. Add the oils to the salt and mix all together with a spoon. When scrubbing down, fill the tub midway, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt, and top it off the remainder of the way. Inhale profoundly and unwind.